Good afternoon, everyone. I am the official urban therapist. Um, Thanks for joining me for another episode of Lunchtime Conversations. Um, if you've been on keeping up with me with these lunchtime conversation episodes, I've been on focused on a main topic. The topic I've been on focused on for about a week now. And this communication is the key. Now, it's my goal to provide you with every type of information possible regarding communication, so it can help you have a better relationship, whether that relationship is intimately, whether that relationship is platonic, or whether that relationship is professionally as well. Now, throughout this communication is the key series I've been provided with you. I've been giving you different meanings about what communication is, and been going into details about it. Now I had last stop off talking about listening, and I gave you a lot of good information about listening. I don't want to go like real deep into that right now because I already did it last week. But however, that video is available. If you view me on Facebook, on that video is available on my Facebook page. You can just simply search it and it'll pull up. Or if you want to find it even quicker than that, by all means, you could go to my YouTube page, which is the official urban therapist. It's available on my YouTube page. All you got to do is go to either lunchtime conversation playlist, or it is also located on season 5, the official urban therapist YouTube page. Now, today, today I'm gonna be talking about understanding. Now, with this understanding topic, I'm not gonna be very long with it. It's gonna be a very short topic about understanding, but trust me, you're gonna get a lot of it. Okay. So, nevertheless, let me go ahead and begin. Once again, happy Monday, everybody. Hope you're having a great and wonderful day today. Hope your day has been productive and prosperous and all that good old stuff as well. All right. So, question: what is understanding? What does understanding means? What does understanding mean to you? How do understanding look like? Well, I'm glad you asked. Now, according to Wiki, right, Wikipedia, and trust me, it's okay for me to use Wikipedia because I'm not doing no research paper or anything like that, so it's fine. But anyway, according to Wikipedia, defines understanding as this. Wikipedia says this: understanding is a psychological process related to an abstract or physical object, such as a person, situation, or message, whereby one is able to use concepts to model that object. Let me read again. Understanding is a psychological process related to an abstract or physical object, such as a person, situation, or message, whereby one is able to use concepts to model that object. Understanding is a relation between the knower and the object of understanding. Understanding also applies the ability and deposition, with respect to an object of knowledge that are sufficient to support intelligent behavior. Now, understanding is often, though not always, related to learning concepts and sometimes also the theory or theories associated with those concepts. However, while a person may have a good ability to predict the behavior of an object, animal, or system, and therefore may, in some sense, understand it without necessarily being familiar with the concepts or theories associated with that object, animal, or system in their culture. They may have developed their own distinct concepts and theories which may be equivalent, better or worse than the recognized standard concept and theories of their culture. Thus, understanding is correlated with the ability to make inferences. Now, with me saying all of that, what is a simpler meaning of understanding? What is that? Basically, what understanding is, it's a skill and or ability to comprehend, the message in its simplest term. And once you comprehend it in its simpler terms, you could convey that message back. That's basically what I'm understanding is in its simplest terms. Okay. So let me give you an example. All right. In a relationship, let's say for example, your husband or your wife or your boyfriend or your girlfriend or your significant other, with however way you want to put it, right? Let's say for example, y'all having a conversation about let's see, the weather. Y'all having a conversation about the weather, right? The person who starts the conversation saying, "Today, I believe that the sky is going to be purple today." So, by you receiving what the person said, it is your ability to immediately start to understand where they're coming from. So, how the way you gain understanding is by, of course, asking questions without trying to rebut or refute in a negative way. So, so first of all, you'll ask certain triggering questions. You'll ask like, "Well, why do you feel that the sky gonna be purple today? What made you to believe that?" And so the person will then respond back and say, "Well, I believe the sky gonna be purple today because the ozone layer is making the sky purple." And so after when the person respond back, you receive the message, and therefore you formulate a conclusion, either if you agree with it or not. And your conclusion would be either okay, well, I understand where you're coming from, because of the ozone layer. Or you may come back and say, "Well, I don't know about that because the ozone layer doesn't turn the sky purple, you know." But notice how the way it was said. It was said in a way um, where you want to rebutting back. It's not coming back in a negative sense where you're trying to belittle that person or make that person um, feel inferior, and you're trying to feel superior back on your statement. And this the whole concept of understanding. The whole concept of understanding is that you're listening to what is being said, you're thinking about it, you're formulating any type of wrong conclusion behind it, then you convey the message back as well. Good afternoon, Ms. Peterson. Welcome. Appreciate you tuning in. So so that's what you're doing. You're conveying the message back for understanding. Another interesting technique that a person could use to gain understanding is, of course, I always ask certain triggering questions, like I stated earlier. That's another one great technique that you can use to gain understanding. Now, another one concept about understanding is this: is that um, even though that you understand what has been said, it is okay to do what is known as agreeing to disagreeing. Okay, what I mean by that? Let's go with the same example again, where the person who's delivering the message, right? They're saying that the sky is purple. Then you ask them, "Why do you feel the sky is purple?" Then they said that it's the ozone layer. The ozone layer is causing the sky to be purple to them, from their perspective. And so you come back and say, "Well, I don't agree with that." And the reason why is because the oxidizing level in the ozone is not going to turn the sky purple, but it's going to turn it green. Wherever your rebuttal would be, right? So the other person probably come back and return like, "No, I think it's going to be green." And so at this point, that's where this technique known as agreeing to disagreeing occurs. Where okay, well, I I just have to agree to disagree. Also, whenever a person uses that term agree to disagree, this is what they're really saying. They're saying that respectfully, I understand what you're saying, but however, I just disagree with it because I have my own personal perspective about that. Now, by them saying that, it's okay to be in space. It's okay for that. It's okay to agree to disagree because understanding human nature and understanding human behavior, it's not going to be always a time where you're going to agree with each other. There's going to be times where you're going to disagree. But when you enter into that disagreement, it have to be a level, first of all, it have to be a level of understanding, and it also have to be a level of respect as well. So that's why you also hear people say, I respectfully disagree, because they respect what the person's been saying, but they just simply don't agree with it, which that is fine. Now, this is also prevalent in dealing with relationships. There'll be certain things that you may agree with, or you may disagree with it, and it's okay. But the whole point of the communication process is that, first of all, communication must be established. The person must communicate effectively whatever it is that they're concerned about. It have to be comfortable with expressing it without feeling that the person who's receiving the information is going to make them feel belittled for them saying it, or try to intimidate them, or use any type of, as clinicians say, any type of narcissistic behavior behind it to affect that person. It have to be effective communication. So yes, that's where everything is starting to come into play now. Where I've been saying in this series, where I was talking about listening, and now I'm talking about understanding. Then I gave you now gave you a scientific and a spiritual example about communication, about the words that we use as well. So by you understanding this and understanding this whole concept about communication and about listening and about understanding, the next step of this series is for you to start trying to apply it to your everyday life. Once again, these series is available to you anytime. You could go back and review this video anytime you want to. It may, just like I say, it may be easier for you to go ahead and go on my YouTube channel, because I have this in a playlist in my series, so you can go back at any time where you can practice having effective communication. So once again, I hope everything that I'll share with you is helping you a whole lot, where you can learn how to effectively communicate with each other in your relationships, and your personal relationship, and your professional relationships, and everything else in between that as well. So I'm in it right here. Just like I say, this understanding part is going to be real short. I'm in it right here. If you have any questions, comments, or concern, anything like that, always feel free to reach to me either in my IM, or you can email me at theofficialtherapist@gmail.com. So like always, y'all have a great and wonderful day, and continue to fight fate with faith. And I will see you again in another episode.